I'm standing in an average or typical Hungarian grocery store. You can see the vegetables stand here. And these are typically the vegetables I would use in my chicken soup. Now, these are the carrots and parsnip. The parsnip is longer, not so thick, and tastes slightly differently than the one I have tried in the UK, for instance. So they are pretty lovely, excellent in meat soups, chicken soups, and in other slow cooking dishes if you try to make them. Then what we really love is kohlrabi. This is a vegetable. We can eat them raw. They are very nice, raw, fresh. And we also cook them in chicken soup, meat soup. We don't use the leaves, and we just peel the kohlrabi, cut it into 2-3 pieces, or you can leave it as it is, and we cook it in the meat soup. Really tastes nice. Tastes completely differently when cooked than when raw. I like it when it's raw, but I really don't like it when it's cooked. But it tastes excellent in the meat soup, so don't leave it out if you can. Then what is essential in Hungarian chicken soup and meat soup is celeriac. This is the root part of celery, which you must surely know. The celery stalks are nice in dips, but we use this not so attractive part of the vegetable, the root part. We just peel it, again cut it into pieces and eat it in the meat soup and also in other dishes in Hungary. So this is what we call celeriac. It's a typical size. My hand is filled with it. There are lots of parts to get rid of, to peel. It's not so easy to peel with a peeler, but it can be done, and it tastes excellent, really excellent. Then what we really love is this green pepper, which can be hot or can be sweet. If it's not hot, then we tend to think of it as some kind of mistake. So it is also advertised as pointy hot pepper, and it says hegyes, erős paprika. So what we call paprika is also the pepper, but we also call the spice paprika. We use the flat leaf parsley, which is just wonderful in all kinds of seasonings, especially in soups, but with mashed potato or noodles or all kinds of things, actually, in salads. Then you can also buy the big red pepper and yellow and green peppers in Hungary. We call them, for some reason, Californian paprika. So I know that you know them by as non-Californian. In Hungary they are known as Californian paprika. The Hungarian pepper is smaller size, like my female palm or hand almost, and they are yellow. The skin is yellow. It's not as thick as the pepper, so the pepper is much thicker. I will try to compare it, putting next to each other. So this is the red pepper, quite thick and big and attractive. The Hungarian yellow pepper does not look as attractive, does not look as thick, but it does taste wonderfully. We use it in Hungarian dishes. We eat it raw for breakfast or for dinner with bacon, or we just steam it with tomato. This is the average tomato size in Hungary, and we buy them really mature, not that raw. So I think really we let it ripe a bit more than what is the standard, or what seems to be the standard to me in Western Europe. So Hungarian lecsó, ingredients are just living next to each other in this CBA grocery store where I'm standing in a daily train station, which is luckily open on Sundays. Then, just for curiosity, this is apricot. Again, looks like organic apricot, as the sizes are quite small, nothing fancy, but the tastes are really nice, and again sold riper than what is the standard in Western supermarkets like at Tesco and Asda. You can buy nectarine. If you touch it, again, it's not so hard as the ones that you may be used to in your home country. What else is sold at a grocery store in an average smaller supermarket like CBA is? You can buy potato and onions, garlic, then new onions, and you can also of course buy lentils, beans of all sorts. These are quite big in size. Needs to be soaked for a whole night before starting to cook. Then there are smaller ones. Again, another kind. You can also buy walnut. And what we really like in Hungary is poppy seed. This is not the way we eat it. So these poppy seeds are going to be ground in a grinder, or I'm hoping that I'm using the right word. So the main point is that they are crushed before use, and we put it into pies and other sweets. You can also buy them very cheaply. This one, for instance, is less than 400 forints, which is less than 2 euros, and a big pack. So I think it's easy to deliver, easy to carry in your suitcase, and if you like poppy seed, then that's a nice choice. Again, back to another point of the grocery store. Pickles. Pickles are very, very popular in Hungary. This is what we call mixed pickle. You can see the cabbage and gherkin or paprika pieces, and this is what we call csalámádi, sort of. So csalámádi is one type of pickle with all sorts of grated vegetables in vinegar. Really tastes nice with burgers and other meat products. Then Hungarians also love this kind of pepper, which is like ball shaped and again pickled and eaten along with the meat products, lunchtime or dinner time. You can also buy different pickled gherkins. This one is stuffed with cabbage, for instance, which is not so typical, I think. And you can buy them fermented in different ways. One thing that is nice, one type of pickled gherkin, what is nice, the sweet type is called just sweet gherkin, csemege uborka, while the salty type is called kovászos uborka, which is made in another way, like kvass, if you recognize the Slavic word, because it's made with salt and bread, put it out in the hot summer days, and then it's really quickly made. Many of the Hungarian dishes use sauerkraut. I'm using this German word now, savanyú káposzta, which is full of vitamin C, and we use it with stuffed cabbage just to give it a context, so it's cooked together with the stuffed cabbage pieces. And we also use it in székely káposzta, which could translate as something like sakla cabbage, but it's actually stew mixed with this kind of cabbage. Oftentimes it's so sour that we need to wash it in cold water before use or before eating.
Elég egy citrom tenne, nem sok?
You can do your own sampling. You can buy your own pieces of vegetables. Another thing that I really haven't seen in other countries is, and I don't even know the English word for that, is potisson. And I've been just told to stop.